Hey fellas, how you doing? It's Johnny. If it's the first time you've come onto my YouTube channel, I really appreciate it. Definitely subscribe to my channel. I upload videos all the time. I'm mental with my videos. I upload videos sometimes every day. And my videos are all around the area of social anxiety, social confidence, dating with women, and achieving things in your life. And I also talk about other stuff that's sort of off topic, spirituality, stuff that men are interested in, and just, I don't know, some other random stuff. In this video I want to talk about, I want to teach you guys how to talk to women. In this one video we're going to teach you today. We're not going to waste any time, so stay on the video because I'm going to have a chat with you. So people always ask me, and I love that, I like that word, it's a nice honest word, how to talk to women. Not how to shag women, sorry my language, or how to seduce them, or how to talk to women. Okay. Quick story about myself, backstory if you've never met me before. My whole life I struggled with social anxiety, shyness. Found it very difficult to speak to people initially, especially at the start of meeting new people, dating. Even sometimes in my close relationships I would sometimes just freeze up and become too self-conscious in a conversation, feel judged, switch off, just lose concentration and lapse out and think, oh, don't know what to say. Or when the person was speaking to me, I could hear their words but I couldn't take it in. So I'm speaking to you now, I could hear the words, the syllable, the sound, but I couldn't respond to it because I was anxious. So like most people, I did research, I did go online and look at other teachers that were really good and learn some stuff about how to speak to women, but what I found was there was one thing missing that contradicted what they had told me. Now maybe what they had said would work for other people, for my psychology it didn't work. What if I was to tell you that I'm not a good conversationalist with women? And I really mean that. And I've been speaking to women for 10 years or maybe more, and I've been teaching men professionally for the best part of 3.5 years. I'm not a good conversationalist with women, but I'm very good at talking to women. I'm not a good conversationalist, I'll tell you why, and I'm going to tell you, explain the contradiction. It's going to help you massively, because I'm a very, very emotional person. I'm very socially different. You might be like me. So I can't plan conversations with people. I will, excuse my language, I will fuck up. Like most times I do public speaking, I have an idea around what I'm going to talk about, but I never plan it because it gets me anxious and I feel like I'm losing my personality. So I don't work good within a structure or a conversation piece or a pre-rehearsed routine. It doesn't work for my personality and psychology. You could be different, maybe that works for you, but if you're like myself, and you're like many guys that I've worked with on my 6 week program or weekend boot camps, you'd probably find that this is going to help you better. Listen up. When I follow my feeling and I talk from that place, I always talk really well to women. So I'll give you an example. As I'm doing this video now, the emotion I have, I feel good, I feel excited. So I'm talking to you now in this video from a place of feeling good and excitement. So I'm not thinking about the words I'm going to say next, the next word coming. I'm just flowing from the feeling. The feeling is giving me the words, right? But if I forget the feeling and then I focus on what to say, see that? Anxiety's going to come now. But I feel it. See, I'm stuck because I forgot about the feeling. So I've fallen out of alignment with how I feel and I've gone into my head. So I'm trying to speak to you from a place of logic. Then I become boring, I become a people pleaser, and I can't express myself. So what I learned from going out the streets of London for 10 years, I spent a lot of the best part, kind of doing things wrong. Coming away from what I intuitively knew was the right thing to do, which was to be myself. But the reason I struggled to be myself, because I didn't have much confidence. And I thought what I was going to say would be stupid, so I didn't trust my emotions. I didn't trust myself. But there were times when I would trust myself. I'd notice that the conversations would always go well with women. Those conversations would usually lead to me getting to a phone number, going on a date, excuse my French, sleeping with a woman, starting a relationship, or just having a really good conversation, come away and thinking, fucking hell, I really enjoyed that, and the girl loved it, I feel great. But when I would maybe do another approach to a woman, or go out the next day and think about, I was really good the other day, let me try and repeat that, it didn't work out. I couldn't get my words out. I would get social anxiety or approach anxiety or nervousness, and the feeling wouldn't be right. So I realised, what have I done my whole life? How have I connected with men? I don't plan my conversations when I meet my mum. I don't plan my conversations around my friends. I don't plan my conversations around new people. I just practice from the emotion how I feel. Now obviously, if you feel really negative and you feel angry, speaking from a place of anger and negativity wouldn't be a good idea. So within what I'm saying, there is a contradiction. Obviously, if you're in that state, then you need to learn ways to change it. Or you can calibrate socially. Again, this is a social skill, and again, it's still congruent to that emotion. So if I don't feel good and I'm talking to a woman, I can just say, you know what, I'll be honest with you, I've had a bit of a tough day today, I'm not feeling at my best. But because I've been honest and I've been true to that emotion, I've said it in a context of being so sincere, it will not be received as being negative. Even though I've said a negative statement, I'm in line with how I feel. And this is really the secret to my whole 10-year success with women, and obviously my failures in teaching other men. And I didn't really learn this from anyone else, even though I had people to inspire me. I was inspired by Floyd to start with, a friend of mine when I was 22. I was inspired by some of the guys in the pickup community at a particular stage, but really it came down to me figuring it out. And I figured out that I was actually really a natural woman. And I actually figured out that most of the guys I worked with were very natural women. They were talking to women from the wrong place. They wasn't being themselves. So I always say to guys, if you're a nervous guy and you tell a woman you're nervous and you speak from that place, you will be very, very attractive. But we've got this whole conditioning around, I must say the right thing. I'll ask you another question. If you've been following me for a long time now, we've built a relationship up. If you're watching my video, you probably won't mind now if I make some mistakes in this video blog. If I stutter, if I fall on my words, if I move around, because you have accepted me, we've built a relationship, you like me, I'm presuming. Maybe, so we've connected, you know me personally, you know me as Johnny, you talk to me every week on the videos, man. Maybe we didn't meet in person, you don't know everything about me, but you know a lot about me because I've shared it. I've come from this true emotion. I didn't plan what I'm going to say on YouTube, because that would be manipulation, that wouldn't be honest. Now, aside of that, I understand that there are different formats, or there are different situations in life where maybe we need to plan something. If you were doing a business presentation and it was for a particular field, then maybe yes, you would have to plan a structure of how you're going to present that information over to people. But speaking to women in social environments, you do not want to plan what you're going to say. You want to trust yourself, you want to improvise from the feeling. And what will happen is at the start, maybe when you're nervous and you don't have as much confidence to start with, you will feel almost like you can't keep it going. Because it's all about self-trust, self-confidence, self-belief and experience. So maybe you'll walk up to a girl and say, "Hi, excuse me." And she'll say, "Yeah," and you'll say, "I think you're really attractive," or "You look really beautiful, where are you from?" And she'll say, "I'm from this country, I'm from England or Spain." And then maybe you'll run out, because what's happening is you don't trust the feeling. So you didn't run out of words, really. Okay, yes, you've run out of what to say, but you don't trust the feeling, because the feeling's always there. And then over time, what happens is you'll actually get good at manipulating that feeling. So if you're talking to a girl and it's going well, and then a feeling comes up in your stomach or in your body that feels insecure or feels judged, you can feel that feeling come up, but you cannot identify, but you can change your state. And this is another spiritual practice. And this is actually something I naturally learned myself. And I confirmed it by watching Eckhart Tolle. It's so fascinating. I want to stay on the topic so I don't drift off how to talk to women. It's so fascinating that we can remind ourselves from other people what we are learning, what is working for us. And this has never, ever, ever failed me in my life. It's never failed me. And sometimes I struggle with it too, but when I get it right, it works well. And it's all about the skill of talking to people. And I said before, I'm not a great conversationalist. I'm not saying that to be modest, but I am good at talking to people, because I've learned how to cultivate my material from my feeling, my honest feeling. Or even if I felt dishonest, I would call it out. So so it's a fantastic skill. It's priceless. It took me 10 years to master it, and I've taught this to hundreds of guys. And I find that really it's all about overcoming and managing anxiety, social anxiety, or conversation anxiety. And this will massively kickstart you in other areas of your life, because speaking to people is a skill that we all need to learn. Now, as I said, you may be different. Your brain may be wired up different. Maybe you do need to have things planned, because there are schools that teach that. I don't teach that, I don't agree with that, but I understand that can work for some people where you've got some kind of material written down. And I don't think that is a bad thing for maybe going on dates or, you know, with a meeting, but I do think it's bad when you are in spontaneous environments. You can't be out in a meeting somewhere. Imagine you're at a party. You don't know that there's going to be a girl there, and your friend comes in and another friend comes in and he brings in some girls and they're free. You didn't know that we're going to be there. So you don't have material planned. You need to you need to cultivate the confidence to work from that feeling and say, how you doing, you alright? Do you know everyone at this place, or do you like the music? Where are you from? You look nice. See, that naturalness, following the feeling. So my feeling throughout this whole video has been good. So I'm working from that place. I'm not making up anything I'm saying. It's come from experience. And the more we place ourselves in these spontaneous social situations, we will naturally collect conversation material that will help us the next time. But it's not a routine. If it's a routine, it's an authentic, intuitive, memorized through intuition, but it's coming from a place of emotion, not logic. And that's what builds attraction with women. That's what helps you connect with women. And I suppose the same thing with guys, but even more with girls. And women probably don't even understand this on a logical level, and I suppose it's not their job to understand it unless they're a teacher, a dating teacher, or they're very interested in this area, but they will respond to it. And it's really good, and it takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of vulnerability to trust your own emotions and to work from that place. And the more you work from it, the more success you get, the more confidence you have to keep working from it. It will become very natural, and you'll be a natural conversationalist that won't have to think about what you're saying too much, and it just become brilliant, all right? So I'll leave you with that. So the main key is, don't plan what you're going to say to a woman. Talk to her from how you feel and master cultivating the feeling, so you can change your states and your material will change, but it's always coming from who you are as a person, and it's being yourself. That's how you be yourself and be natural and attract women. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, share, as always subscribe, and let me know what you thought about this video if you enjoyed it, because I'm going to make more around this area, because I've been doing lots of videos around social anxiety, because that's the kind of primarily the main area that I specialise in. But social anxiety it affects all these other areas, dating, conversations. So that's how you speak to women, that's how Johnny Berba does it, and that's how I've always taught it, and I'm still learning and mastering this. So let me know how you get on with it. I'll see you guys soon. Enjoy the process.